Have you ever had the gut feeling that you should not board a cruise ship? I was standing at the port with my wife, Kiara. It was our 10-year anniversary, and we'd been planning this 7-day Caribbean cruise for 2 years. 2 years of saving every single extra dollar. 2 years of my wife, Kiara's face lighting up while she talked about all the add-ons and adventures we were going to do together, but my stomach was twisted into a knot, and every instinct screamed at me not to get onto the cruise ship. I had no reason to feel this way. None. The weather was perfect. The ship looked beautiful. Kiara was glowing with happiness beside me, but something deep in my gut was telling me that if I stepped onto that ship, something terrible was going to happen. The final boarding announcement echoed across the terminal. Last call to board on the ship. This was it. I turned to Kiara and said, "I can't get on that ship." She laughed. She thought I was joking, but then she looked at my face, and her smile disappeared completely. "Joe, what are you talking about?" "I don't know. I can't explain it. I just know something is wrong," I stammered, struggling to get the word out. I knew I sounded ridiculous, and watching her expression shift from confusion to hurt to absolute fury was one of the worst moments of my life. "This was supposed to be our trip, Joe. 2 years of saving. 2 years." Her voice cracked when she said it. People around us started staring. I felt like the worst husband in the world because I couldn't give her a single logical reason. I just had this feeling, this gut feeling that wouldn't let me move forward. "I'm sorry, Kiara. I just can't." "Okay then," she said with this calmness that I knew could only mean something bad was coming. "Here are your options. Get on the ship with me right now, or I'm going alone." I wanted to move. I wanted to follow her, but my legs wouldn't work. It was like my body had made the decision before my brain could catch up. Kiara's eyes filled with tears. She shook her head at me like she didn't even recognize who I was anymore. She spoke, "All right, Joe, enjoy yourself." And then she turned around and walked up the gangway without me. And the whole drive home, I kept asking myself what I had just done. I had ruined our anniversary. I had wasted thousands of dollars. I had made my wife board a cruise ship alone on what was supposed to be our romantic vacation, all because of a feeling I couldn't even explain. I tried calling her that night. No answer. I tried again an hour later. Nothing. Logically, I knew there was no cell signal out at sea, but it didn't stop me from trying over and over until I finally fell asleep on the couch with my phone in my hand. I woke up to the sound of the news playing on the TV. At first, I didn't process what I was seeing. There was footage of a cruise ship, except I recognized the blue paint, the deck. My brain was still foggy from sleep, but then I saw the smoke. Thick black smoke poured out of the lower deck and my eyes widened, and then I saw the name of the ship on the screen, and my entire body went cold with terror. It was the cruise ship Kiara was supposed to be on. A fire had broken out in the engine room in the middle of the night. The ship was stranded at sea. Passengers were being evacuated into lifeboats. The Coast Guard was on the way, but there were reports of injuries, serious injuries. I grabbed my phone and called Kiara again, straight to voicemail. I called again, voicemail. I must have called 50 times in the next hour, just pacing around my living room and watching the news coverage and feeling like I was losing my mind. And then finally, my phone rang. It was Kiara. "Honey," she said, voice shaking. I spoke. "Kiara, oh my gosh, are you okay?" She took a deep breath. "Honey, the electrical fire exploded and crashed on my table during dinner. It came crashing down on the empty seat across from me, the one you were supposed to be sitting at. I only survived because I leaned away to talk to someone."